Do you believe in the cold death of the universe? So that is, everything achieves a thermal equilibrium where it is so cold that life cannot, or no life can survive.
What we know about the universe at the moment is that it's expanding, and it's expanding faster and faster, which was actually an Australian Nobel Prize, right? Brian Schmidt. So in such universe, as you said, you look at the galaxies and star formation rates in galaxies. There comes a time in the universe, if nothing else happens, when the stars will no longer shine. Stars do not continue to form forever. Matter gets locked away. So in that sense, the standard model of cosmology is that the age of starlight, if you want to call it that, is finite. And I have the number in my head, actually, that you can calculate, and it's something like 10 trillion years when the last star ceases to shine, or fusion in stars ceases and switches off. So that's a long time, but it's a finite amount of time. And I find that quite a powerful thought, actually.
Will there still be black holes at that point?
There'll be black holes, but we think even they evaporate away on extremely long timescales. That's what Stephen Hawking is famous for. We're talking about one with 100 noughts after it years, right? And really, so it's a long time. But I think just that basic idea that the age of complexity and structure in the universe, as far as we can tell, is limited. Tells us something. It tells us that we are fortunate. Again, I go back to that point. Science does. There is some, I don't know, spiritual nourishment, if you like, or philosophical nourishment to be had from the science. And just these very ideas that the universe is not eternal. It may be eternal, but the structures in the universe are not eternal, is an important.
Well, I mean, it actually sounds a bit depressing to me, because, I mean, you are saying that there's nothingness at the end of everything. That nothingness is profound, isn't it?
Well, is it depressing? I mean, it's like human life. I think about this quite a lot. Well, you know, what does it mean to live a finite life? If you don't believe in God, as we talked about, you may well think, well, this is it. Well, but that to me is a remarkable thought. It's the only interesting thought to me. In my live shows, I tend to say sometimes that for me, the only interesting thought is how to live an intensely meaningful life, which we do, in a ultimately meaningless universe, which goes to the end of the time, you know, with the heat deficit. But that to me is the only interesting philosophical point.